Oh shoot, we back. We're back, boys. Last episode, we tore down the engine, found out cylinder 4 ringland, finito. I don't know how to say finish in any other languages.
Finito.
No mas, finito, gano, I don't know, whatever. It does not exist. Fiend. It's gone. But the motor is now at Night Motorsport getting tore apart, and they're going to be rebuilding it for us and building us a very, it's a good rally motors. So we really want to prepare the chassis to take on said motor. One of the things we're going to try to do is really lighten up the car. We're going to eventually throw a roll cage in it, so we'll make it heavier probably than it is with the stock interior. So the goal is to remove as much stock interior and junk out of the car so that when we put in the roll cage, we're still breaking even but being below the weight, if that makes sense. That makes sense. You want to make it lighter before you make it heavier or sturdier or stronger and safer. All the interior is in the car right now. We have all the door panels, all the carpet, seats, interior, front and rear is all in here. We never actually put the seat back on, right? So that's still kind of hanging off. This being a slick top and all of the interior being in it, we're going to start removing stuff now. This is going to make the car lighter. It's also going to make everything inside the car louder. So the gravel hitting the floor, us bottoming out the car, it's all going to come through a lot louder along with like the exhaust. So all of the outside noises will make their way inside a lot easier. So it won't be as comfortable, but we're not building a comfort car, we're building a rally car. We already built a comfort car, it's a 7 Series and it's outside. So this needs to get gutted. The car weighs how much, Hugo, originally from the factory?
What was that?
How much does the car weigh from the factory? 40?
About 4,000 pounds.
4,000 pounds. And it says it there on the tag. But I wanted to ask Hugo because I made him, we looked it up before. So the car weighs, Hannah's here. Hello. So the car is somewhere around 4,000 pounds. 4,079 pounds. Fairly heavy. I thought this car was going to be somewhere in the 3s. It just breaks into the 4s, but it's in the 4,000 pound world. That's pretty heavy. We got to take a lot of weight out of this thing. Somebody posted like, is it possible to make a sub 2,500 pound Subaru? I don't think so, dude. I mean, if you do, you have to take a lot of crap out of it, and it's probably not going to be caged. But once it's caged, I don't know. You know what'd be sick is that once we get our roll cage, it's probably going to come on a pallet, and we can probably figure out what the weight is of everything, because they have to ship it, so they have to weigh the pallet. So if we weigh the whole thing and then weigh the pallet at the end, we can find out how much weight we're throwing back into the car.
Yeah.
So we know what our base weight is, our factory stock weight is. We're going to gut it, and we'll probably have an opportunity to weigh the car before we cage it, because the cage probably isn't going to come in that fast. So we'll be able to tell what just removing the interior and all that stuff from the car is going to give us. So throughout this build, we'll show you guys the weight differences from being stock to gutted and caged. We'll give you those numbers. So right now we're starting at 4,079. So now we just got to start gutting the car.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it, boys. Cut to the time lapse cut. Yo, pause real quick, time out. I just want to come in here and say thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And I just want to come in here and remind you guys, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. It's free. I'm not charging you nothing. If you like the content, leave a like. It helps us out big time with the algorithm. Also, real quick, before I get back to the video, there's some discount codes in the description below. Black Rifle has offered you guys 15% off of your first purchase, and our boys over at Radical Firearms also offered 15% off. So go ahead and use code Micah Diaz, all capital letters. Send it, boys. Again, thank you. Don't miss out on any of the content. Hit that subscribe button, boys. Stay safe, boys. So far, making a lot of progress. The whole rear end's pretty much done, huh? Oh, that's not the window seal. Oh, maybe it's the backing for it, yeah. Just try to push it back up in there. Almost all the back seat's done. Surprised at how clean the hardware is that's coming off of this. Like, I don't know why I'm weirding out on it so much, but there's just like a good stack of hardware coming out of this interior. Most of it's here, and most of the interior is really light, especially relatively speaking to the BMW, right? Yeah. But I think it's because the BMW has a bunch of auto stuff. Like auto as in like automatic front seats and different things like that. The trunk, I don't think we're gonna gut today because that's all the spare parts, or that's all the parts that came off the motor, and they wanted me to leave those together so that they knew where they were. So I won't take that out, but headliner's coming out pretty quick, and then we'll start working on the floor and the carpet. Not too shabby though. Looks like a little bit of sound detonating to take off on the front, on the top there, and on the bottom here as well. Let's keep going, boys. Freaking moving. What'd you find right there? How many? Oh, any 10 mils?
Nope.
Iconic. Tell me those are standard.
Yeah.
Those are all standard, huh? Mm-hmm. Boy, oh boy. That's not a good look. Why are those in this car? Oh well, extra socket set, about 50 cents right there, 75. It's pretty much all gutted out. Now it's just more so cleaning and getting rid of some sound deadening stuff. Deadening? I don't know, dude. Doesn't matter. But there she is, front side. Not bad. We'll pull out these vents. Try to get some more stuff done. It's kind of weird that Subaru went like the bolt-in route with a lot of stuff. So like even if you look at the pedal rest, is that thing bolted in at the top too, Hugo? That left foot rest? It totally is, huh? Or is it welded in?
I'm not sure.
That'd be weird because there's a lot of bolted in stuff I was finding. There's braces that go here that are bolted in. We just don't need those because we're going to be roll caging the whole thing. But there are some braces that were right here. And then there are some backseat braces as well. But geez, what was that? 40 minutes, maybe? Probably less?
Maybe even less.
Flying, dude. Hugo's a freaking animal. What is this stuff? Are these fuel lines, Subaru? I sure hope these are not fuel lines.
I feel like it has to be, no?
Like a feed, a return, and an evap? That's no buenos nachos. If that's fuel lines, I'm taking those out. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up, but where is the fuel tank in here? Oh, it's under here. Under those two. Huh. I'm very surprised that this car weighs 4,000 pounds because I don't feel like... I mean, I don't know. Is it the drivetrain? I don't feel like it's the interior. One of the cool things I actually really like about this is that the window seals are mounted to the chassis on the top half, and then the bottom half they're mounted to the door. So you'll never really like lose that OEM sound when you're closing the door. So that's kind of neat. I like that a lot. It's cool. It does it in the front too. You got the seal on the door and then this top half on the chassis. So we don't actually need to remove this. We can leave it all here and maintain the OEM door sounding and eliminate a lot of vibration that'll be coming from that. So pretty rowdy, dude. Subaru's getting gutted. What? Oh, shufu. All right. Peep it. So there pretty much is all the struts and stability stuff that was in here. We took it out because the car's going to get a roll cage. So we don't really need it. But there is sound deadening here and there and over there and over there. There's definitely a lot of videos online of how to remove sound deadening, so I probably won't cover it just because it's boring and I don't want to put you guys through that. I'll just do it. I'll give Subaru one thing. The car comes apart fairly easy, and two, because we gutted it, there's a lot of hardware. Like I'm kind of like being a nerd about this hardware pile, but it's actually super convenient because at some point we're gonna need to find some bolts. Usually what manufacturers do is use the same style hardware, the same size bolt all over the car. So stoked on having extra hardware laying around. There's your 4,000 pounds right there. That's all this hardware. But Hugo killed it. Thank you, sir. Now it's time to throw all this crap away. We'll throw the driver and passenger seat back in the car for the sake of moving it. And then at some point we'll go through the whole harness and remove all the sound deadening stuff from the chassis. And I'm pretty sure those are fuel lines, which is sketchy. So I got to figure out what guys do to get those out of the car. And then go from there. Sick! Thank you guys again for supporting the rally build. It's been a big, I have dog hair all over me. It's been a big help for us with your guys' support. This car is gonna be a blast when it's done. So as always, huge shout out to the partners on this build, Night Motorsport, Radical Firearms. I'm excited to jump it. I know I'm not supposed to BC, but we're gonna jump it. Stay safe, boys.